best advice you ever got?
Jimmy Blendick, marvelous actor. Long-term Stratford actor, but also had made the travels to Los Angeles and New York and toured around and was being very helpful to me in shows that we did at Stratford. And, you know, I'm a fairly nervous, shy person and reluctant to take, you know, any big risks. And I said to Jimmy, what's the secret? What do you do? And he said, don't go to the party till you're invited. And I thought, okay, I will continue here at Stratford and, you know, polish up my apprenticeship, get stronger at doing this kind of stuff, which, of course, the moment I decided to leave Stratford and go to Los Angeles and introduce myself, which was late, you know, ish in my career, I took all of it off my resume. I just didn't tell them because it would frighten them, right?
Wow.
You know, who are you coming here to do this? Well, I'm Hamlet. I'm Macbeth. No. I'm just here. I just want to work. I want to introduce myself. And I went when I had a VHS copy of 32 short films about Glenn Gould, which François Girard had directed, and he'd encouraged me to say, you know, you could do more film. I said, well, François, I don't know. He said, but you have to be available. And I said, well, what exactly do you mean by available? I have responsibilities. He said, well, you have to be available, like out of work. And I said, I can't do that. I've got wives, children, you know. But at some point, I thought, now is the, you know, if I'm not being invited exactly, I have at least something to wedge in the door saying, you may have heard of this. Have a look at Gould. And it had been a succès d'estime, as it were, and had done well in Venice and Berlin and beyond. And I had the spanking new VHS box tape to show people. And I got into a lot of doors that I had no business getting into. Robert Redford had played it, you know, a bunch of times at Sundance. So people that I had no business meeting, I was meeting. Sidney Lumet, Milish Forman, Redford himself. And so I got into rooms that were way above my weight in my punching scale, saying, look, you don't know me, but I have this. And what you don't need to know is that I've got a massive experience and I'm a trained classical actor, you know? But never mind that. That's of no interest. But it might be useful in the 17th hour of a long day when you need some incomprehensible rubbish to be spoken like a human being might speak it. That's my trick, you know?
Right. And then, but ultimately it was that quote, readiness is all, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Hamlet quote comes after one of my favorite lines in English. And that's when Hamlet's been sort of tricked into fighting Laertes. And we know he's going to be set up. And Horatio, his dear friend, says, look, this is a setup. Dude, you don't have to do this. And Hamlet, by this point in the play, is very philosophical. And on the question of his death, he said, if it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. And I thought that is an ideal for what we try to do as actors. We show up as ciphers and say, we're not interesting, we're not important, we are here to become the embodiment of the author's intention and to tell that story. And I thought that was a pretty noble calling, but it is a grindingly humiliating job most of the time.